Hey guys, what's happening? It's Nate with Play Your Court. I just got done with the lesson and I wanted to share a tip with you that really helped my student. And what we're talking about is you should never, ever, 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 ever take the racket all the way back. All right. I know in the beginning, maybe that's completely fine because you're just looking to find your timing, right? It's a sending receiving sport and you want to make sure that you're prepared, right? But that should be something that we move away from fairly quick. Right? You know, if you're just starting out, maybe a month or two, but as you've been playing, you want to move away from this. And unfortunately, one of the most overused quotes that tennis pros say is "get your racket back." Right? What does that mean? Right? Get your racket back. How far back? Right? They're trying to help you with their timing, but I think it's a bit of kind of this antiquated advice. So let's jump in and talk about exactly what they kind of mean, what they're talking about. So we all know that we start off in our ready position. And our ready position for you Western grips, or semi-Western, you notice the strings are going to be down. For you Eastern, they'll be slightly at a 45. Continental, straight up and down. We don't see a lot of continental grips anymore. But so what we're going to do, the first move is we're going to stalk the ball with our unit turn. All right, and the unit turn is going to enable us to move. It's really easy to move with the racket here. So let's talk about one of the negatives of taking your racket straight back like this. It's really difficult to start running around with the racket all the way back. It's really unnatural. When we run, we pump our arms. This still allows us to pump our arms. Okay, so when you're taking the racket back, enter your unit turn, and then from here, you want to get the racket moving. You want this momentum. So from here, it can fall and work through the rest of the swing. All right, so if we think about it in phases, I stalk, meaning I get into my unit turn. Before the ball has bounced, I've separated my hands and I've got my racket partly back. Now you can pause here for a moment. Holger Rune, phenomenal young up-and-coming player, had a phenomenal match with Djokovic. He holds here the side. It's never here. All right, and I think sometimes there's this misconception that Serena's here. Serena does more of what we see Holger, right? But what is kind of ideal and what we see most players doing is they get here and it slows down a bit, but it's like a roller coaster. It continues and works through. Now, if you start with your racket all the way back like this, what happens is that the swing becomes disjointed. So meaning you get here, you hold, right? And so why was the punishment of holding books with your arms out straight, right? I did it. I got in trouble once or twice in school because these muscles are really weak and they don't want to do this for very long. So you go here, you isolate, right? This muscle fatigues, you lose all your momentum, and then you're just trying to use this downward pendulum to the stroke, all right? That is what we want to fix. So today's lesson it's all about just don't get the racket all the way back. Stalk the ball with a unit turn and then allow that continuous motion. I'll show you both versions now, the all the way back and the correct way of stalking the ball and letting the racket work through.
Up first here, we're just taking a look at taking the racket all the way back, and at first glance, it may look okay, but take a look here. Pretty stiff. The body's disjointed. Left and right aren't necessarily working together, and this becomes problematic. It's losing its momentum. And although the left hand is occasionally getting up, without the unit turn, the left hand isn't there to take the racket back. Now here we're taking a look at the correct way. A unit turn, and then the racket continues. So the racket preps to the side of the body, and then it continues all the way back. This is allowing for more momentum and more energy to be exchanged out to the ball.
All right, guys, really hope you enjoyed today's instruction. If you did, share it, hit that bell, like it. If you never want to miss a Play Your Court video, hit subscribe, and turn on the notifications, right? That way you know when we've got something new, and we're producing a lot of new content. And for you guys that don't know, remember the platform. We link you with players of the same skill level. It's absolutely free in the link below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.